Nutter, the Nutter
Not.
Butter.
Not.
Man, where's my remote? Fuck, where's my
I'll
remote?
be back in 1 sec.
Yeah, we're good. I'm just gonna leave it on. And
Let
we
it rip.
should be good. World's Worst Podcast, number
Hey.
14.
Beyblade.
Hey.
Nice. The topic list, number 14. How's everybody doing?
Not bad.
So far, so good.
Doing good, yeah. Welcome,
doing
Chase.
alright.
Thank you for joining us.
Anytime.
Appreciate you coming. It's always good to have you on for sure. 'Cause we had a
Tell that motherfucker I appreciate him.
little bit in a different time tonight. We actually meant to go earlier, but it turns out I'm fucking stupid. And
That's why we're the worst podcast. Don't worry about it, guys.
Made a mistake. So that's
Yeah.
that's one.
Set the bar low.
That's one. Everybody gets one. After that, we got to start like beating each other with hammers and shit. Good.
Just do gladiator
You start playing the
fights.
knife game from Alien.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna get real.
Every
serious
time you
real
fuck
fast.
up, it gets faster and faster, and you're like, ah.
It's like a tempo, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, every time you make like a more egregious mistake, it gets worse and worse.
Bum, 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 bum. You're like, ah.
Oh Jesus! So how's everybody's week been?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's been all right.
It's been pretty boring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, but
it's been all right.
my phone's pretty dumb.
Yeah, no, nothing exciting either on my end, man. Boring shit all the time. How about you, Chase? Anything new and exciting in your world?
No, I've been
No.
quarantined for a week and a half. Haven't had time to do anything.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're in you're in lockdown, aren't you? I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
get to
what?
go.
Yeah.
You got the Rona?
No, but someone in the house did.
Dun dun
Oh.
dun.
Did you kill him?
No.
Paddled him for surprise.
Thought about it.
I froze.
He actually ended up eating him and then like ate his heart, so he's now immune to the disease.
Immune, yeah, that's how it works. I've heard.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
The trick is
Probably the best theory
it's
so
in the
far.
liver. You gotta get deep in their liver. Once you can eat the infected person's liver, you're basically set forever.
If you consume the virus yourself instead of it getting into you, you're good.
Nice. Yeah, that's definitely the trick.
When you put the virus into you on your terms, it's fine.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta do that Nesty plunge. Just dive into it.
Just jump right in. That
Remember those stupid commercials? You're like, sip.
But so when did you get the news that that the person in the house was infected, Chase?
It was not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday prior.
Right. And then that gave you what, a
I think it was the 28th. Yeah, full week and a half, really. Because I was already out of work that day anyway, because I had decided I was going to take a vacation day, because
Right.
I had worked the 12 days previous. Due to lack of people available to work. And I was like, fuck it. I'm taking a vacation day, and then that Thursday, Friday were supposed to be my days off anyway. And then I'm just sitting there, and I get a call from the health department saying, hey, this person in your household is tested positive for COVID-19. We're going to need you to stay home and for like a week and a half.
Nice.
So I was like, all right, cool.
fun.
Let me call my boss real quick and let him know I'm not coming back next week.
Yeah.
That's a funny thought.
He's
So,
probably like, fuck.
what's the worst call? You get that, or you get a call like you go in for like sexual health of shit, and then you get a call back from them, and they're like, "So we have something on the results." And you're like, "Oh, damn it! Which
The
one is it gonna be this time?" I think I'd rather get the COVID news at that point.
The best part was
Once again,
everyone else in the house apparently knew that he probably had it for about
Oh, yeah.
3 days before this. We finally got the test back, but no one told me. This was the first I was hearing of it. So it's like for 3 days I've just been walking around and talking to everyone, having no clue that
Like,
That
yeah,
was-
Is this
that's
like
the
a
thing.
roommate or
what's that?
is this like a housemate or something, or just like family member? This is
Family, yeah.
You're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, everyone else knew but me. Like as soon as they called me, I started I texted everyone else. I was like, "Hey, health department's probably gonna call you." And they're like, "Yeah, we already knew." What do you mean you already knew?
You're like, okay.
Fuck, I think I
You
should have
You
known.
should have been like, while on the phone, you should be like, fuck, that person literally gave me a wet willy like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Is this? I don't think this
I'm gonna
bodes
go.
well for
I'm
the
gonna go
whole
punch
fucking transference. Yeah, that sucks, but I guess like a week isn't too bad, all things considered. Just to like.
No, I mean it was kind of a nice break, to be perfectly
Lots
honest.
of Tarkov in your future, huh?
Yeah,
Well, I guess
well, I
your
mean-
week's up now. Now it's.
yeah. No, I'll go back to work tomorrow, and I'm actually kind of glad to be going back to work. It's actually funny because I've been talking with the other guys that are still there. Since I've been gone, 2 other guys on my shift one is tested positive, the other one is likely positive, but won't hear back until Monday on his test results because they have so many tests to go through they couldn't get to it in time.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna go back, and we're already gonna be down 2 more people.
And
So you need to work
that's
another
Virginia,
12 days
right?
in a row.
Yeah. So we've actually had to change a lot of our procedures at work apparently. So I have to go back and learn how to do a lot of new things now.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Masks are now required for us, which they should have been anyway. Most of us have been wearing it for a while as it is.
Right,
But,
now they finally
now
like
there's
enforced
a-
it.
Yeah, now, and my understanding is that well, it's us going to be enforcing it, but we are now requiring everyone entering any building on the facility to be wearing a mask, and if not, then they can't come in. Which is going to be fun. Apparently, the last 2 days there's been a lot of arguments about that, so I'm really looking forward to
like
that.
other drivers coming in and be like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
Apparently, there's been a
actually,
lot of
sir,
that.
Fuck you.
So I'm unironically looking forward to that going back because that's like half the fun of the job for me is arguing with people. So
Oh, dude, I've been in the same boat.
There you go.
Truck
It's
drivers are like
It's always
that's
old
filthy,
people,
man.
too.
It's just filthy.
Yeah.
It's like you ever watch?
Yeah.
It's like always Sunny, dude. When he talks about when they go in the quarantine or whatever, he's like, "Oh right, it won't be so bad. We'll order a pizza." He's like, "Pizza? You can't order a pizza. Delivery man going house to house, banging lonely housewives, handling dirty cash. They're the worst." It's like it's like truckers, dude, just going fucking facility to facility, handling paperwork, banging lonely security guards, heading on
Yeah,
the
but
way.
they mostly just use glory holes in truck stops, so they're probably pretty safe.
Yeah, that's true. They said in the public health notice for Canada, remember that was one of the things they were promoting to help like stop the
Specifically
spread.
BC.
Yeah.
BC posted that. Yeah.
PC.
Yeah, you're supposed
Glory
to have
holes.
sex through a glory hole. So that was a good thing. That's what the public health notice told us to do, Chase. They were like, limit exposure when having intercourse. Do things through a barrier, such as a glory hole. I was like, okay. So that's how we defeat COVID. It's very easy.
Great.
And that's what we did as a nation. As a nation, we
More-
came together and we only fucked through glory holes for 2.5 weeks straight, and we beat COVID.
We have no
It's gone
cases.
more anonymous public sex. That's the
Yeah.
solution. Yeah.
Public sex went up, cases of COVID went down. It was good. Everything went
Coincidence? I think not.
I think
Stress levels
not.
also went down.
Yeah, I was gonna say herpes is also going up like rapidly, but that's unrelated. Unrelated completely.
Yeah.
But everyone does seem to be smiling.
Yeah, people do seem to be happy. That's for sure.
I hope you don't need penicillin because we are
They're
very
smiling, but they're very itchy.
Yes. Yeah, very, very itchy. That's great. But yeah, that kind of sucks, man. Hopefully everything works out okay. How's your your family member doing though? Are they like doing better with the symptoms and shit?
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, it was just mostly just coughing. He had a couple days where he said he had some muscle soreness going on, but for the most part, he was fine.
That's good then.
He's been clear of any symptoms for 5 days now at least. So
Nice. Well, that's a good sign. Because I was gonna say, I know we were talking about it earlier in the week, but it's like crazy how like different it is from person to person. You know what I mean? Like how one person can have like no symptoms, basically like a cough and stuff like that, like you said, and some muscle soreness, and then it's like fine
Hey,
after
Martin.
a
Yeah.
few days, and then other people are like literally in the hospital. You know what I mean? Like on a fucking respirator and shit. But,
yeah,
Mark-
I'm kind of concerned about one of the guys that
Yeah,
I
it's
work with
crazy.
that we think might have it. The one that hasn't had his test result come back yet, because he's like 62.
Oh, Jesus. That's fucking.
And that's
brutal. Yeah.
he
Yo, Mom,
apparently
you got
left.
a comment from your mom. Your microphone is in the way.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to move
It's
it
right
like
across your
quietly.
eyes.
I know, I'm like trying to move it while like quietly adjusting it in between conversations by muting it. But that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just be obnoxious. We could do that too.
This is the world's worst not podcast. Come on, let's.
Started half an hour late because I'm stupid. May as well have the microphone in the wrong position when I start too.
I'm gonna. I'll join you. I'll stand like this the whole time. Just.
Is this better?
Oh, also, Martin, look at this. My cheap little stand is finally
What you
giving
want?
up the shit.
Oh no,
Hello.
it's finally quit.
Yeah, it won't even hold itself up
Greg.
anymore.
That was funny. I
What up,
remember you were
Greg?
saying that for the first few days, or like over the last few days. So I was like starting to droop a little bit and a little bit. Now it's just finally giving up.
Yeah, I've tried tightening this bolt and whatnot, and it does nothing. It just spins now. So
What do you owe Jesus in, Greg? Fucking bitch. Also, we haven't said it's Brendan's birthday today, you guys.
All right, now
Hey.
we're back.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Brendan.
happy birthday!
Happy
Thank you.
How old are
birthday
you
to
now? Like
you.
19.
Yes.
To
Can
be
you buy porno yet?
to be 19 again.
25.
25.
the quarter century mark, boys.
Nice, dude. Soon you'll be dead.
It doesn't feel like you're
Old like
25. I can still remember the text from like Dylan being like, "Yo, it's Brendan's 19th today," and I was like, "Wait, what?" Like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like
fuck.
long ago.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. Everything should be good now, mic wise. Okay. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Hopefully you're fucking happy now, mother. You're welcome. It wasn't bothering me. I didn't care. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I had a pretty like uneventful week. There's been a single fruit fly in my house all day today that just won't fucking die.
Dude, there's one in my room that I keep seeing it, and it's driving me insane.
I like how they know the boundaries of their survivability. You know what I mean? They'll like zoom right into your eye and shit, and then just piss off, and you'll never see them for another 20 minutes.
They sit like just outside of arm's reach,
Yeah,
and
like,
as soon as you
yeah.
move, they're like, ah.
Oh, you think I'm
It's
stupid?
just,
Do
it's
you?
really just
Speaking of like
it's really
insects,
just Jeff Goldblum teleporting from house to house, pissing you both off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a little like half,
I've had
half Goldblum, half fly man.
I have a very concerning unsolved ant problem out in my like workshop shed.
Oh, I like unsolved
Um,
mysteries.
Yeah, so every day that I go out there, there's just about 50 dead ants on the ground.
That's a lot.
And some of them are like half alive, kind of like walking around, and they're always all fucked up, like missing limbs, missing antennas, missing heads.
What the
They
fuck?
fighting each other or what?
They're also all fighting each other. Like once they get hurt, they freak out, and if something's by them, they just grab it and start flailing about. But yeah, like I'll be out there, and then all of a sudden, like an ant will just drop from the ceiling and like hit the floor, and I'm like, and it's like
What the
half dead,
shit?
and I'm like, the fuck is going on?
And there's
Maybe you
some,
got
like-
like some crazy like military.
I need to address that.
You, like,
There's
look
some
up
sort of
and
like
there's some, like,
insect
other
war
ant.
going on.
Some fucking buff ant at the top, just like whipping the corpses of his defeated brothers
Yeah,
onto the
fuck,
ground.
But then I found
Sound
the
like a
back
shit.
end.
These ants.
But then I found the back end of something that was definitely not an ant. It looked like half of a like black bee of a sort.
What
And then
the
that's
fuck?
where I got concerned. I was like, what the fuck is going on in the roof of this place?
And then I was digging a little deeper,
It's
and I
moving
found
on
what
to
looked
bigger
like
prey.
a ring finger from someone's right hand, and that was really odd. After that, I started to get very questioning. I didn't know what was going on then. No, that's fucking
Yeah, there's,
weird,
like,
dude.
They're everywhere. I can't find like where they are, and they just drop from the ceiling. And I've been like looking at the whole ceiling. I'm like, there's not like there's no fucking ants.
Your house is
And I'll
or,
just be
like
chilling. All of a sudden, like tick, and I'm like,
your shed is
fucking,
like
ants.
your shed is like fucking insulated with asbestos. You know what I mean? And the ants like crawl near the asbestos. They just like drop dead and like fall apart. And, like these like bugs land on it. And Brendan's like, I don't know. I feel fine. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you pussy ass ants. I'm good.
Well, they're big too. They're fucking like carpenter ants or whatever. So they're like the big bastards.
Jesus.
The ones that you can actually feel them pinch you.
Oh, dude, you can.
Yeah.
I have like this mat down on the ground. You can literally hear them walking on the mat. That's how large these ants are. You can hear this little-
They're scuttling.
Fuck.
Jesus
like they're
Christ.
fucking that big.
That's fucking crazy
Uh,
shit.
Some napalm. Just whoosh.
Like you hear them when they fall from the roof onto the fucking floor because the rubber mat I have used to like tick. You're like, the fuck was
Just like
that?
Like, what the hell? Did a rock fall
Yeah,
from
I've
the
got-
ceiling?
Yeah, I've got a monster ant problem.
That's
I
annoying.
don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it. Luckily, it's outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least it's not
Just
in your
get
house, I
some Raid.
suppose. Yeah,
Yeah.
Raid, dude. Raid's the
Works
shit.
every time. Haven't you seen the commercials?
It's true. Back when, remember when they used
Kill
to
all
have
those
like the good
Cartoony
shit,
ants.
where it was like if you sprayed it near a child, they would grow like a 6 finger and shit, like a vestigial
Yeah,
tail.
there was like lawsuits against that shit
Yeah.
way later. I remember seeing commercials.
That was the shit, dude.
Did you use Roundup and get whatever? You're like, oh
I
shit.
did. I did, as a matter of
Billy
fact.
Like, I
down the
know.
street growing extra toe.
Yeah. Did you
Did
grow a
his mother
vestigial
use
tail
Roundup?
between
I think
1996
that's what it was
and
too. I think it was that
1998?
Roundup shit or whatever. That was
Yeah,
one
man.
of them that was like
DDT
fucking
might
ended up
be
being
entitled
terrible
to a
years
settlement.
later. Yeah, you might be entitled.
Wasn't that fucking DEET shit? Wasn't that it? Remember they had that? I think it was in like
that was
mosquito
with, like,
repellent,
bug
right?
spray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know Roundup for sure has one going against them.
Wasn't that? I
Yeah.
don't know. There was like DDT. Remember that was another one that was like a really good pesticide.
isn't that a fucking wrestling move?
Yeah, well, obviously, but it's based off of a horrible poison. Like anything cool in life, it's named after shit that destroyed a bunch of lives.
On the package, it just said X-Pac being like, "What up?"
You're like, nice. Degeneration X, bitch.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Yeah, suck
He
it.
still wrestles in that AEW or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, X-Pac. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. AEW is like the pride of the wrestling world. It seems like they just scoop up all the like wrestlers after they're already past their prime and shit. You know what I mean? They're like, Chris Jericho, you're only 56. Come on in, we'll get you.
Goldust
The Hardy Boys, you guys were popular in 1996. Come on in.
Macho Man Savage, you're still mumbling away. Get on into the ring.
Right? That's exactly Pride's
You
like
can
the same
stand,
way.
you know.
Pride's like, oh, look at this. We got Chuck the Iceman Liddell. You're like, he's 52 and can't speak anymore. Like, yeah, but we got him. He's gonna fight again.
Yeah, we're gonna wheel him in his wheelchair any minute.
Yeah, it'll
Don't
be
you
fine.
worry.
We'll point it. He's like,
Yeah,
got his hands
please
up like
come
face
watch.
in the cage and shit. They're like, no, Chuck, this way.
I fight.
You guys
I
remember? You guys
Jesus,
remember Bret the Hitman Hart? We got his dead brother.
We got him too. We're gonna weekend at Bernie's, his brother. Everything's gonna be fine.
Chris Benoit.
Oh my god.
That'd be amazing.
I'd watch that.
Bringing it
wrestling
back.
match.
The Undertaker and Chris
They
Benoit go
fucking-
on to take on his family for a second
They,
time.
they like string him down like they wanted to the first time, except without killing him this time. You know what I mean? Like they actually land properly. Oh, we got. I forgot too. We got comment last week. Remember when we were talking about photography in our ignorance? And we were talking about how like photography school makes no sense. I can't remember who it was. Somebody
I think
commented
it
on
was
the last
Gavin, the
video.
guy I used to work with.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
was saying that like it's actually like the benefits of like photography school are one of those things where it's like learning from an expert is like much more beneficial than you might think it would be, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just thought it was like an interesting point because I was like, I never considered it. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, like we said last week when we were talking about it, or whenever it was we were talking. I think it was last week, but yeah, it was like very clear to say. I'm like, in my ignorance, and like it is vast when it comes to photography and shit like that. I was like, it just seems that way. But yeah, it makes total sense to me why it would be beneficial to like learn from somebody with like genuine experience in the field, being able to like teach you.
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
man. There's as I've been learning more, there's like a lot of people do like to make that joke, like, oh, photographer, oh, point and click a camera, oh, that's really hard.
Right.
There's a trillion fucking things to it. There
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
is.
No, for sure. Especially when it comes to like the actual like even just the equipment side of it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just
And
being
know-
able
yeah.
to like know how to use all that equipment properly. and,
That's
like,
the biggest
professionally and
benefit I
shit.
think of school. is
Yeah,
just
man.
getting
And honestly, like
access
just
to
the amount
all
of stuff
different
I've had to
equipment.
learn to use this camera that I have now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
It's like there is a shit ton of stuff like for getting photos and stuff. Like people are, like clicking through all their stuff. Like it's like it's a billion things to explain. I don't want to.
Yeah,
we're not gonna
for
take
sure,
up a lot of time on that again. A subject again, but like yeah, there is quite a bit to it. Like, and I could definitely see the benefits of actually going somewhere to learn from someone.
Yeah, most definitely, for sure. I guess it's like anything really, though, too.
I
You know
can't.
what I mean? Like,
Screamers don't know anything.
yeah, college, fucking
They
liberal
don't
college.
know.
But it's the same thing as like, you know, like computer coding and shit like that. Like you could definitely sit down and like teach yourself to code. You know what I mean? And it would be a doable thing. But it'd be much better to like learn from some kind of an expert that could like give you direct instruction. You know what I mean? Be like, this is specifically what you're doing wrong. And,
Yeah.
What was
like,
that
this is the
fourth
better
wall
way to
break
do it.
for, Martin?
And I didn't break anything. There is no wall here. I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody's watching this.
I think we can afford walls.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can't afford walls
It's a
here.
wall.
Dude. Can't even afford to close the door all
You
the
guys
way
have
because the cable's in the way.
Beans has a comment about photography. He says, respect to porno photographers for getting under the balls for primo shots.
That's not a primo shot. You are one of the retards that think that that's a good shot. Whoever invented the shot where it comes from behind the dude in missionary position, where it's all fucking dudes, hairy assholes, and ball sacks slapping in and out, that's fucking horrible, dude. And I don't know why that exists and why it ever needs to exist. Whoever fucking was sitting there watching a couple people fuck, being
I
like,
was
you know
just
where I
running
need to
there for
see
the
this
girls.
from? The man's asshole's perspective. Nobody needs your shit, dude. Stop fucking putting that angle in porn. Okay? We need more of the angle where it's like the girl's getting fucked from behind, but the camera's in front of her face, and you get to see all of it, and like all of the horribleness that's happening to her, and how she has to accept it, and you can see the regret in her eyes. That's the angle you want. That's what'll make it
Oh
fun.
my
That's
god.
That'll
It's a
make
very
it fun.
specific angle, Martin.
Oh yeah, and I need them to say very specific phrases like domino. Yeah. Oh, that's the good shit right there, dude. That's a horrible angle. Back to my original point. I got a little sidetracked there, but I think that's pretty that's pretty fair to say, dude. That's an awful angle in porno, and every time I'm jerking off, I definitely like scroll the timeline past that fucking disappointing camera angle, that's for sure. You can't light that well. Like, kudos to the lighting guy that has to sit there too with like the fucking splash, you know what I mean? Like right behind angle on that guy's asshole. How does the butthole look? Like an asshole. And they're like, all right. Is it a well lit asshole? Like, yes.
Is there anything breaching?
Yeah, not yet. Give it a minute though. We'll see what happens. That's an awful angle, dude. I don't care how hairless the man is. Nobody needs to see that. It's a bad
You know what I think we should get into, boys?
What's up?
Am I the asshole?
You want to do
This
one of those?
amazing-
Speaking of
This
assholes,
amazing Reddit.
Speaking of
What an
Speaking
oddly
of
appropriate segue.
what a great segue.
Speaking of assholes.
So yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, so Martin discovered
Okay.
a subreddit called Am I the Asshole? Where people will post a story that's happened to them and they're looking for other users to let them know if they're the asshole in the story or not. And holy fuck, some of these are great.
Some of them
We
are
just saved some of the titles. We didn't read any of the actual articles, so we're all getting our actual live reactions to this.
good. Yeah, so I'll read it and then we'll kind of all discuss who's is the asshole or is not the asshole in these situations. So
Sweet.
the first one we'll do is it's titled "Am I the asshole for eating the berries on my neighbor's bush?" So here we go.
Starting it off light.
Yeah,
I mean,
nice
it's
and
like,
easy. Oh, trust me, these will get much heavier as it goes. For
did
sure.
you eat all the berries or did you take a couple berries?
We're gonna
Because if
find
it's
out.
Fucking like,
We're gonna find out. We haven't
oh
even
yeah,
read
that's
it
a
yet.
headline.
Let's-
All right, fair enough. Let's do it.
Our house's yards are separated by fences. My next door neighbor has an excessive amount of bushes and trees, many of which go into our yard. My entire border along their house is covered with trees and bushes that have branches going into our yard. We've had disputes in the past where I've cut the tree branches that were blocking our pathways and they got pissed off. Anyways, the problem is that they have a massive bush that extends like 2 feet into our yard and through the fence. It drops berries and raccoons, birds and rats and other shit over and they go and eat it. Also, by the way, this is written terribly, so I'm paraphrasing a lot of this.
Yeah.
It also gets sticky, and I don't like a ton of berries just laying on my floor. My wife and I decided to just eat the berries. So we got a bucket and we picked the berries that were growing on our side of the fence. Our neighbor's neighbor got pissed off and told us to stop or they'd call the housing authority. And I told them to go ahead. I couldn't give any less of a shit. By law, I can modify a plant if it extends onto my property. I can legally eat the berries which are growing onto my land. She tried to stop me, but it was too late, as we had already recovered all the berries. She then went on a massive rant on Facebook and the neighbor calling us out about it, but as the berry thieves and how horrible we were as neighbors and saying that we're a bunch of stupid, dirty, towel-head, Allah-loving goat fuckers, right before posting about how racist Trump is. I'm a Coptic Christian and my wife is Yazidi. Fucking hell, how some people are so stupid. So...
That last paragraph went through a loop.
Yeah, he right
I
fielded
feel like
that.
this has more to do with more to do with them and less to do with the berries.
Yeah, the berries are a metaphor for the racist feelings that these people have for each other, I think, for sure. You know what I mean? And the racism spilling over into their lives. Is this guy the
the
asshole, though, for
racism is
eating the
spilling
bushes?
over into their lives like the bush is growing over their fence.
Yeah.
I mean, if they had the conversation about it before and they're not removing, like, cutting their branches and shit, fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
if
I
he's
mean,
just
you're allowed.
asking,
Yeah.
like, if he's
You
ineptly asking if he's an asshole just for eating the berries, then no.
No.
Not really.
No.
Are you an asshole for getting
No.
so uppity about the fact that a bush has grown through your plant? You know what I mean? Yes, you're a bit of an asshole. Bushes tend to grow sometimes through property lines. I'm not sure if you're aware, but nature doesn't adhere to property standards. Like, oh, the line's here.
just looks
Sorry, I'll
awesome.
stop being a bush. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's
Let me just
that's not really
bend
it.
over here and die on that side.
So yeah, I don't know. That one's if you're ineptly asking if it's just for eating the berries, then no, you're not an asshole for eating the berries. That's what I think. Anyways, what do you guys think?
No.
No.
Yeah,
I think
no.
the only reason he is being an asshole is because that the neighbor is getting mad that he has cut them
Yeah,
before.
I
Like
think
I don't think he really cares. To be honest, he's like, whatever, I'd just cut them or I'd take the berries. But the neighbor's being the prick about it, so he's like, well, fuck you then.
yeah. No,
I think
that's
they're
fair.
all assholes for getting stupid over something so petty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd agree with
I think
that.
everyone in this story sucks.
You
So
can definitely tell as they're writing this, they're getting more and more triggered, and then that last
Oh,
paragraph,
yeah.
they're like,
I
Can
feel
you
like
grab
they
a drink
live in
quick?
the
We'll
suburbs
do the next one.
and they've never been out of them.
goat fuckers. Jesus. Like, have you heard these people call you a dirty towelhead, a la loving goat fucker, or are you just assuming they think that?
yeah, like it's weirdly malicious enough to the point that it sounds made up. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't doubt that there are people out there that are like that, but I don't know the way it was phrased.
Yeah, a lot of that seemed like very vindictive and made up towards the end, especially when he started throwing in all that real personal shit.
It sounds like it belongs in another one of my favorite subreddits. That happened.
I love that Reddit. That's a good subreddit
Yeah.
too. Yeah. But yeah, I think universally we can all accept that guy doesn't really seem like all that much of an asshole, right?
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Yeah,
Could
Not
definitely
for
be
eating
worse.
the berries,
It's
at
gonna get
least.
worse.
Not for the question that was asked. We got to always
Yeah.
address that because there's going to be like other things like, yeah, that was an asshole thing, but like it's got to be the specific question,
You're
right?
right.
For eating
Okay.
the berries, no,
Yes, for that specific question, no, you are not the asshole. I don't think so.
no.
Yeah.
So
Other
the-
circumstances, maybe.
the,
Yeah, it sounds like everyone in the story is kind of an asshole.
So this one,
People are assholes.
this one's a little bit heavier.
Exactly.
A little bit, anyways, at least just based on the title. Am I the asshole for naming my firstborn son after my late boyfriend and not my husband, even though it's a tradition in his family to name the firstborn son after the father?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
So
not sure of a
before we get
scenario
to
where
the
you're not.
facts, we're
yeah.
saying it's a genuine consensus
That
is
feels-
yes. So let's
That feels
see
like
what
an
happens.
asshole thing to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right off the bat, without knowing anything in the story, you're kind of an asshole at this point. But who knows, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright,
want
Feels
more
like a dickish
context.
thing to do.
So here we go. Let's get this out of the way first. My husband and I are currently separated and we're getting divorced. I'm going to file in a week or two, and we've been living separately since I was 6 months pregnant. Why, you ask? A pretty common occurrence. He was having an affair with a woman in which he gave me the I don't even know what the fuck that stands for. In which he gave me the something talk.
Yeah, what the
after
fuck
I-
is that?
Yeah, ILYBINILWY. I love you, but I know something. I don't know. Anyways, I gave him
I
the
love you,
something
but I'm not
talk.
in love with
Someone
you.
in chat, figure it out.
I'll
But
do
I'm
it.
not in love with you. That's exactly it.
Yeah, that's what I would.
Yeah,
do.
I
Yeah,
love you,
that's
but I'm
what it
not
is.
in love with you. Okay.
Uh,
Wow, as if that's an
oh, fuck.
abbreviation. I am far too old.
But I left my nut in you, so haha.
Yeah, eat my baby.
Technically, yeah.
And it grew.
Why, you ask? Pretty common occurrence. He was having an affair with a woman, and he gave me the "I love you, but I'm not in love with you" talk after I caught him. No, he didn't confess. I was suspicious about his late night office hours and tracked him down at his office, only to find he was missing. I waited for 3 hours all alone, and then I saw them both arriving at the office. She was hanging onto him. They kissed inside his car, and that's where I confronted both of them. She was crying, and he went on to console her, saying that it wasn't her fault. That was 4 months ago, and I moved out of the house heavily pregnant. I moved into a friend's home he didn't know about and stayed there for the next 4 months, and I didn't have any contact with him by my own choice. I didn't inform him when I went into labor. My sister and best friend were there for me. I gave birth to my healthy baby boy and named him after my childhood sweetheart Daniel, my first love, who sadly passed away when he was 20 from leukemia. It was the most heartbreaking thing that ever happened to me, and it affected me very badly. I lost 40 pounds in a month and had to be hospitalized. I still have a hole in my heart. A part of me was lost forever the day that I lost him. I took immense therapy and counseling to cope with the grief. I met my husband 6 years later. He was the first guy I fell for after Daniel. We got married 2 years later, and after 3 years of marriage, we got pregnant with our child. I wanted to wait a few more years, but he pushed for me to have a baby. My husband's name is Philippe, and his Philippe and his family. And the firstborn
you're not an
sons are
asshole.
always named after their father, so we decided that we would name the baby Phil. However, after our separation, and I started experiencing Daniel's presence around me, I was a mess. But I saw dreams where Dan would talk to me and tell me that everything would be okay. Honestly, I feel like Dan's spirit helped me heal and gave me the strength to cope with the breakdown of my marriage. When my boy was born, I named him Daniel. His middle name was after my grandfather, and I gave him my last name. A month later, I contacted my husband and informed him that his son had been born a month ago, and that I was going to file for divorce and chalk out any visitation if he wanted it. I had him blocked everywhere for a month. That same day, I reactivated my Facebook and announced the birth of my son with his full name. My husband called me crying and furious, told me they had no right to name his son after some dead guy I fucked. His family thinks I'm the devil incarnate, and even his mom thinks I went too far. Am I the asshole?
With context, no.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, context, no.
Holy shit, that
No.
changed things dramatically.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
definitely
All,
not.
you, all
No,
you had
no.
to say was his name was Philippe, and we're like, no.
Yeah,
Go
no, I
suck
wouldn't
a
name my son
fucking fat
Philippe
one.
either.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
that guy.
yeah. The
Yeah,
husband
no,
is 100% the asshole in that
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. No, that
Philippe.
lady.
I cheated on you, and you won't name the child me.
Ah, you should name him after me, the
You
cheese
can't
eating
think of
surrender
me
monkey.
every time you see the child, huh?
You fucking loser. How could you
Not
do
like she
this?
isn't going to, you fucking creep.
No, like
Ugh.
Jesus Christ. That's like crazy. That's craziness.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
miss,
so the
you
titles
are
might
not
be-
the asshole.
Yeah, no.
You are not the asshole.
Yeah. No, that's
No,
why these are pretty
definitely
like some
not.
of these are interesting sometimes because it's like, yeah, you're like
I like how
damn
I like how we're
convinced.
having predictions too at the
Yeah.
start. This is great.
Yeah. You kind of think how it's gonna go, and then that turned quite a bit.
All right, let's do the next one. Let's do the next one.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
There's an add-on to that one, but it's just her being.
Yeah, I read through it a little bit and it doesn't really seem like anything very interesting. That's
No,
for sure. It's
It
just more
doesn't change
about
the fact
no.
that guy's still an asshole.
It's just more about like you know,
Felipe.
yeah, Felipe getting to see your son and blah blah blah.
You shouldn't even
Or
get
see his
visiting
son.
rights if you weren't there the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
helping.
Go fuck yourself. So this one's kind of interesting title, right? Am I
Well,
the
yeah, I
asshole
like
for
how-
refusing to split my inheritance with my siblings?
Uh,
Another
I
one,
just
right?
back to the other one for 1 second.
Yeah,
I just like
yeah.
how
One,
you had to tell him like, "Oh yeah, your son's born by the way." I'm like, shouldn't he have been like, "Hey, my kid should have been born by now"?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Why
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it's like a surprise to him?
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
you were still
I've been
pregnant
on
with
my
that?
mind for like a month.
Oh, you were still having that baby. Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
crazy. I thought that just stopped when we broke up. That's so
Oh,
weird.
I could.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
can't
That would
believe
be
it.
about 9 months, wouldn't it? That is so weird how time continues like that. That is so
Oh,
strange.
Idiot.
God damn, that
yeah,
is so
extra
weird.
extra asshole points on that guy. All right.
Well, TikTok, you know, time for me to go back to being selfish. I hope you and the kid do well. Bye. Jesus.
All right, so the inheritance.
But yeah. So, am I the asshole for refusing to split my inheritance with my siblings? What do you guys think, just off the title?
Context, yes.
Yeah,
but
that's a
again,
tough one to
based-
judge.
Based on the line.
That's a
based
real
on the
tough
last
one.
one.
It's like that could be so
I-
many things.
yeah.
Like your siblings could be like literal crackheads. You know what I mean? And be like, well, I'm not giving them the money. Like they're just gonna waste it on
All right.
heroin.
I mean, if it was left to
It's like-
him, if it's his inheritance, maybe it wasn't left to the others for a reason.
Oh, that's
I
true
wanna-
too, right?
I
Because
wanna-
it
That's
seems
my
seems-
thought on
seems
it. My
pretty,
thought
uh,
automatically is
so
If
far
it's a-
the
I wanna know-
titling means a lot in these, right? And it says refusing to split my inheritance with my siblings.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like,
I think
I
he's
want-
not
I
an
wanna-
asshole.
I want to know.
I like it. Yeah, me too.
Are your
I feel
siblings
like
adopted into your family.
out of all
and it's just
these,
your
there's
biological
gotta be
parent that
one.
left it to you?
What's that, Kieran?
Sorry, I think out of all of these, there's got to be one where the person is the asshole.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. There's gotta be.
We don't know.
So-
if we didn't read ahead. We're hoping there is one. But
Yeah.
we want to leave
So
it so
far.
there's like a genuine reaction.
So yeah, am I
So
an
far.
asshole for refusing to split my inheritance with my siblings?
All right.
I, female 19, have an estranged grandfather, more or less. He's my dad's father, but my dad hardly had a relationship with him. I have two other siblings, one younger 13-year-old and one older 26-year-old. My grandma decided my grandma divorced my grandpa when my dad was only 10, so he lived with my grandma his whole life in a different state, and I don't see him. But when he got older... Wait, hold on, it's written weird. When he got older, he saw him a little more, and my grandpa started coming around a little bit as well. He'd stay for a week at a time and then go home. He was an old, bitter man, to be honest. He never got remarried, and he lived his whole life in a coastal town with the same friends he's had his whole life. He's just like an old, like, newfie dude living on the coast and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no need to leave. Everything's perfect the way it is, dude.
Everything's here that I want.
He wasn't pleasant to be around, and he could hold grudges longer than anyone I'd ever met. But regardless of this, he was filthy rich. He owned a successful business that he sold for $1 million. He retired after selling, but his house sits on an island as well as the biggest piece of land on said island. It sold for well over $3 million. I was never close with my grandpa, but I took after his sister, who's a registered nurse, and he adores her. He always told me that he was proud to see me follow in her footsteps. He died a few months ago, and since then my family has been torn apart. He left everything to me. He essentially liquidated all of his assets, and it ended up being close to $8 million. I was shocked. I didn't know, and I still don't know what to do with the money, but I'm going to save it. My stepmom and dad, as well as my siblings, are hounding me to split the money with them, and I just can't do it. My dad's an alcoholic who never said anything nice about his dad. Despite him being bitter, my grandpa actually bought my dad a $300,000 house. My dad would 100% drink away any money given to him. As far as my siblings, my brother has full financial support from my grandma as he is the favorite, and he's very wasteful and ungrateful. He never talks to me and is always very mean to me when he does. My little sister is the only person I've actually considered. She's very young, and she's really the only thing stopping me. Her mom is money-oriented and would take the money from her. So I'm waiting until she turns 18, and I offered to pay for her college. But now my family's telling me I'm unfair and the money doesn't belong to me and I'm not deserving of it, that I'm too young and that I'll waste it on cars and clothes. I don't agree, and now they're all threatening to cut me off and that they'll never speak to me again, or even sue me if I don't give them a good chunk of the money. And I don't know what to do as I'm buckling under the pressure here. I've already had 2 police officers out to my house because my dad is claiming I stole the money from him. Everything was through an attorney and I did nothing wrong legally, but morally, I don't know. Am I the asshole?
No.
No, not in any way.
I don't think
No.
so.
No.
I don't think so at all.
Nope.
Damn all these reasonable people.
It was
You could,
funny
like-
because
like,
like the part
like,
where
you
she's
could-
talking about her younger sister, I was like, offer to pay for her school, start a thing for that, and then she's like, yeah, I'm gonna offer to pay for her
Yeah,
school.
she's
I'm
like,
that's
and
cool.
I already did that,
Yeah.
so that's
You don't
the
even
thing.
have to wait
The
till
only,
she's 18.
the only thing you can
just-
do is like you could give your father an allowance, but it like
Yeah,
Why? He's just gonna wait.
whatever. He's just gonna like.
but
that's-
even
that's
then,
all I
you,
would do.
then
I
you can
would-
always like
I wouldn't
take
give you a
the,
big chunk of money.
Yeah, but at
It
least
sounds
then
like
you can-
cutting her family off would be good
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah,
So-
it doesn't seem like the actual.
Like you said, like the paying for the school, like she would offer like essential things. Like I'm sure if her dad had a problem and needed and had like a big hospital bill or something, I'm sure she would cover that for him or
Especially
whatever with
seeing
the
if
money.
she's-
She's not
she's
going to
trying
throw
to
money to him for
They're
him
just
to
being
waste.
salty. They're just being salty.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
seem that way.
Yeah, especially them being like fucking like getting all pissy at the end and shit. Like
Yeah,
cut her off and never speak to her. It's like, oh fuck you.
yeah, exactly.
See,
Right.
I got $8 million.
That's what I was just like.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cut me off. Yeah, go cut the guy off with $8 million, you dumbass.
See you later.
Or cut the girl off with 8 mil. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye bye.
See ya.
I don't care.
You guys have a good
I'll go
one.
buy another family.
There has to be a family rental service, and I'm pretty sure I can afford it now.
Yeah.
What's Wayfair's
Plus-
number?
plus he
Yeah,
bought
yeah,
her
yeah. What's
dad-
Wayfair? Yeah. Buy some of those fucking cabinets that come with children, dude. Be all set.
About that Wayfair thing, I used to get ads for them. Like I'd open Instagram, and almost every day there was an ad for Wayfair. And about 2 days before that whole thing like came out, I just stopped seeing them. Fucking.
They're like, all right, you don't want to buy these anymore. You don't want them. You wanted them last week, but now people are onto us. Don't buy our cabinets. Don't come
You
to
don't,
us.
want, you don't want this $10,000 coffee table?
You sure?
No.
You sure? You don't want the Chelsea coffee table? Huh?
It's funny because I literally made the jokes like, "What is this coffee table like? Suck your dick?" Yes, it apparently
Yeah,
does.
apparently
Like,
it
what
will.
the fuck?
It's like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I was like, I feel bad for the jokes I made about this
Oh,
company because
One more thing on this, like there's the update part, and it says, so yeah, she had chosen to do this. I set up an account for my little sister with enough money for a 4 to 6 year degree, a car, and a down payment on a house.
Nice.
I donated a sum of it to a charity, bought myself a new car, and put the rest into away into CDs that I can't touch for another 4 years unless I pay fees to withdraw the money. I plan to renew this account every few years until I absolutely need it. So
Right. Well, that's
seems like she's
cool.
being pretty smart too.
It's called the
so.
smart thing to do. It's your money.
Yeah.
There you
On
go.
top of like everything else.
There you
it's
go.
actually,
Yeah,
like,
set her sister up with a 4 to 6 year degree, a car, and a house. So
Yeah, it's like, what else could you want?
there you go.
Really
Yeah.
doesn't get much better than that, that's for sure.
Yeah, it seemed like she did help out the people that weren't gonna waste it or be like unappreciative of it. So.
Yeah. Is the sorry to interrupt you there, but is the live stream working for
No,
anybody else?
That's it.
Like, is the video playing back? Because it
Mm.
just keeps saying that it's having trouble playing back the video for me.
Yeah, no, the video's frozen for me.
Oh yeah, it is frozen.
Interesting. Okay, hold on. I don't know
Oh,
what
look at
to
that
do.
face. Oh, it's skipping a bit.
Maybe it'll catch up in a second, but that's really weird.
Kieran's video
Oh.
froze earlier for a few minutes, so
Facebook's been being a little strange tonight. Yeah, that's
Well,
weird.
Loaded.
'Cause
We'll
I'm-
have the actual version of it to upload to our YouTube channel anyway, so
Yeah.
bingo bango.
Yeah.
It'll all work out.
Oh, yeah, shit, I gotta get the banner for that.
Yeah, if you have it, sure. That'd be good. Yeah, I'll grab that afterwards. That'd be good. Just put it in the chat there, and then I can snag it out. I got one here that might be a little bit, hopefully, better. Like, not it. It's one that I was hiding from you guys.
Oh, can you post it?
Yeah, and then hopefully it'll.
I like to read it. So.
This one should have like a little bit of a different result. It's in the chat.
Okay, thanks. I just like to read along with it.
Yeah. Ignore the tag. Because it kind of gives you a spoiler, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's what was
Okay,
fucking me
cool.
up. Alright, so here's
Right,
this
because
one.
that's Reddit's perspective, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Am I the asshole for being too direct with my roommate about house cleanliness? That's like an interesting one, right? Because right off the bat, my instinct would tell me no. Because,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? It just seems like one of those things where it's like that's a normal struggle for people that have like
Do your dishes, you
roommates. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Clean your socks, you
Yeah.
filthy bitch. All right. So to start, I have a new roommate that moved in about 6 weeks ago. He's a great roommate, and we generally get along. Lately, he's been getting pretty messy and leaving shit around the house. I'm constantly telling him to pick up his stuff, and it's only been 6 weeks. Last week, I raised my voice and particularly screamed for him to move the plate he left on the coffee table. He picked up the plate and apologized profusely and said that he swore it wasn't going to happen again, which made him seem like he was finally getting the message. We get along pretty well after that, even though he seemed like a little uptight. I knew he was probably still upset that he left the plate on the table last week, so I asked him why he was acting weird and asked for him to relax. I had already been a couple of days, and it's not normal to still be upset over something that happened 2 days ago, and he should just relax. We both like playing Catan. Yeah, like Settlers of Catan, I'm assuming. And and we usually play every couple of days, but he said he wasn't feeling like it today. That made me a bit upset, so I reminded him that he's probably just going to be scrolling the internet in his room and he should just play it, and he hesitantly agreed to play. I knew he was still upset, so I let him win the game. Yesterday, I found the plate on the table.
This guy sounds psycho, man.
He walked into the room, and as
Yeah,
soon as
I
I
think-
noticed the plate, he ran over to the table to grab it and to clean it, but it was too late. I started holding my breath a bit to show my anger and my contentment, but I didn't say anything. He went back to his room. I thought I told him not to leave the plate on the table. I thought I told him that, but apparently he's not good at learning the rules of this place. I wrote him a very strongly worded note, and I shoved it under his door, and I gave him a couple of strong bangs to show how upset I was. This morning he moved out, and there was nothing more than an overly professional email. It seems that he was scared of me for some reason, and I didn't mean to give that impression, but I have a low tolerance for people that cannot change their ways. I think it was a bit extreme of him to leave without any notice, but now I'm on the hook for full rent, but... Well, I get it. If he didn't like my behavior, he could have told me so instead of outing me at $1,500 extra, which is all of my savings. So I think that was a dick move. So now I'm not sure if he's just being an overly sensitive considerate or if I'm an asshole. You're an asshole.
Yeah, you're an
Yeah.
asshole,
You're a
dude.
fucking
You sound
psychopath.
you sound like a lunatic, man. A plate? Huh?
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I had to start reading that dramatically just because
One
the way it was
plate, dude.
reading. You know what I mean? I was like, holy Christ. Like, you stuffed a note under his door and then banged on it? What are you, like a repo man? The fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Just the way he's like, just the way it was like I walked in, that's when I saw the plate. I just picture like it's done
Plate.
Just fucking-
Oh, I saw that plate.
Yeah.
Covered in ketchup and mustard. Oh,
Gross.
boy. The dishwasher's not going to get that off. That's not easy to clean. This is what you lose your mind about, you fucking Catan playing virgin motherfucker?
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ. Maybe you should consider stop playing Catan, yelling at people for leaving plates on the counter, and get some pussy. Because you need a distraction, dude. Holy Christ. Yeah, so there we go. Subverted that expectation. Originally, I was kind of on his side. Because I was like,
Yeah.
maybe you have like a horribly disgusting roommate. You know what I mean? That like stashes
child's
fucking
just
dishes
leaving.
in his room. You left a plate on the
One.
table, you psychopath.
One plate on the table too. It's not even like it. Like he was probably just finished eating, sat down for a sec. Like,
Maybe
sure,
he had
throw
to
it
go
away
take
when
his
you're done.
shit.
But like, fuck.
Yeah, like holy
Jesus, dude.
Christ. That's absolutely ridiculous.
He ate his food. He's like, "Uh-oh!" Runs to take a dump. Comes back before he can get the plate. You're like,
What are you doing?
It was like I held my breath to show my anger.
Yeah,
And
dude.
it's like,
Like he's
These
turning
dudes
himself
nuts.
like purple and shit like that. He's like,
Yeah.
understand that I'm
Frothing at the
upset
mouth.
with you? I'm
Like-
not having a good time. I don't appreciate you. Oh, Chase died.
uh-oh. Chase dropped.
Oh shit, that's funny.
I assumed it was Kieran.
I
You
was
guys
gonna say
still
I
see
just
me?
assumed it was gonna be Kieran that dropped out when I looked over, but Kieran's
Yeah, same.
Kieran's still solid.
Can
That's
you still
fucked.
see me?
Yeah, you're still
Can
good.
you still see me?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're good.
My thing's completely fucked. I can only see like part of you right now, Martin.
that's weird.
Oh.
Everything
Yeah,
is
I don't know what's
fucked
going
up
on with my
tonight,
Discord
man.
on my phone, but it is.
Oh, good old
fucked.
Discord and Facebook.
And
both of
Facebook's
them
being a
fucked.
cunt too. Like everything's working
Yeah.
against us
Yeah.
tonight.
It's all fine for me.
Well, that's good.
Well, fuck
yeah,
you,
like Discord's
Jared.
working
That's
okay for me,
awesome.
but I still have no like. It still says we're having trouble playing this video when I'm trying to like watch back the thing, but it also says that we're still live. You know what I mean? And like playing back it live.
Yeah, I have
It's
it.
working
It's,
for me.
it's flowing now. It's
Okay.
very like start and stop.
My
though,
Discord
for
is
me.
fucked. I think.
I don't know what's going on. Well, either way, it doesn't really much matter. It's not the end of the world because,
It's-
like I said, it's still working for
what
us.
it is.
World's Podcast. Yeah.
That's what it is.
I really like that Discord. I feel like we should revisit that every few weeks to see if there's new shit.
Yeah. Oh wait, there's
Yes.
still. I got one more too, but we'll just wait
Gonna
for a
say
minute
it.
and see if whenever Chase comes back. You know what? This is a good opportunity for though, for you fucking mooks to talk about hockey.
Oh yeah.
I know Jared was all jazzed to have
Yay.
hockey conversations.
I'll be back.
So-
in
Probably
one
not so
second.
jazzed now.
Yeah,
get
this
a
is the
drink
perfect
here.
time.
No,
This
it's
is the
okay.
perfect time
What?
So
for you to go grab a drink
Oh, you
because
can
they're
go.
going to be talking hockey. Now we actually have airway
Oh.
fill. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Sweet. Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck.
go
I haven't
grab a
watched the
drink.
game yet. I'll be back though. 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys.
Shit.
So
So
All I
much
know is
sense.
I fully expect the Leafs to lose tomorrow.
I watched the Carolina game last night. Was that last night or the night before?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Yeah, I watched that. That was good. It
Where
was
they
a good game.
They eliminated the Rangers that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, they eliminated him.
that was a good game, man. I like that one.
Carolina's good, man.
Yeah, they're not bad at
Well,
all. They're like fun to watch. I ordered a
Pittsburgh
Boston.
got eliminated last night.
I ordered a Boston T-shirt to taunt Kieran with. So that should be here by next week.
Sweet.
Mhm. I don't
But,
care
yeah,
about any of it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to cheer for Boston. What's your most hated team, Jared?
One of my most hated teams is Boston, but my most hated is probably Philadelphia.
Okay, so I'll have to get a Philly
I
shirt.
don't
too.
have a personal vendetta against Boston like Leafs fans do. I just don't like most of the players.
Yeah, Kieran was pretty adamant that was who he hated. When I asked him who his most hated team was, he was like pretty unhesitantly.
I
like,
really
Boston.
like David Pasternak though. Like Pasternak's a sick player, and I can't hate him. I like Bergeron from Boston.
Great player.
But-
I just hate the team. I fucking hate
Yeah.
Boston. Fuck you. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Like I will not
Fuck
acknowledge
Chara.
any of your successes.
I know he's not even on the
The way it
team,
is-
but fuck Milan Lucic. He's forever a Bruin because he looks like a Bruin. Giant fucking
Yeah.
mongoloid looking idiot.
Big nosed fuck.
Mongoloid looking idiot. That's amazing.
Dude, he looks like a caveman. Like
Does he?
straight
Big
up. Look at him.
nosed, long arm, fucking having fuck.
Big
Bulgy
twiggy
ass
alien looking
eyes.
motherfucker.
Kick
Yeah.
my ass with one punch, motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he would fucking end our lives.
Super athletic
As
motherfucker.
we're sitting here talking shit, he would end our lives, but I don't care. It's worth it. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
World's Worst Podcast, Dirty the Box, blah.
The
No, I
world,
don't.
Yes,
I don't.
the opinions of Kieran Jacobs are not necessarily the opinions of the World's Worst Podcast as a whole.
I would die. I'm not even gonna try that.
Hey, there's
But,
Chase. What's up,
yeah.
buddy?
So my Penguins got eliminated. They played like shit. They got smoked by Carey Price in net.
Get fucked.
Couldn't figure him out. I'm like, yeah, that's what happens when you have Carey Price.
So did they
But,
try
yeah.
like putting the puck in the net instead of shooting it at the goalie?
Dude, they didn't even try like putting the puck towards the net. Like they couldn't even get a
Oh.
shot. Like it was
See,
bad.
like I'm not a
Like,
fucking expert or a strategist or anything, but I'm gonna say that that's where they went wrong. I feel like the team
I'm
that
watching
gets the
it,
puck
but-
in the net more than the other team is the team that wins. You know what I mean?
Usually.
So I feel like a
Usually.
crutch of that strategy is getting the puck towards the other net.
You should tell that to the
Help-
coaches.
help
They
a
would
lot.
need
Yeah,
that info.
you're right.
But
Call-
yeah,
call me,
like, I've been
NHL.
watching,
I am
like,
available.
prime example, And then I'm like, shoot it. And then
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
pass it.
The
Like, why?
the other thing is your sport needs more blacks because they're just better at sports, and You guys only have
Oh,
like
they're working
4 in the whole fucking league, and they're spread out between every other team. If you had an entire team of black hockey players, it would be an unstoppable force of nature. Those guys would be fucking jumping, like standing long jumping over the other players and shit like that while stick handling. You know what I mean? In midair.
What team should we put them on?
Well, we just
If
started.
we had to
We could just start a new team because it's the
All
only
right,
fair
what
way.
city would they be from?
What was that team that was just starting with the horrible logo that you guys hated?
Seattle.
Yeah, there we go. Seattle,
Seattle
pumping
Kraken.
full of blacks. That's what. That's what we got to do.
The Blackened Kraken. That's what we call
I
it.
can't even fucking.
So something about that phrase, "pump 'em full of blacks." Just
Yeah, that may have been a little
Uh,
insensitive,
There's
but I think we
something
get the
about that
message.
just feels so wrong.
Yeah,
Feels so
no,
wrong.
Last
for
night,
sure,
it's
for sure.
like, the
I feel
Leafs
like
were
it'll
gonna
work
go
though.
bye-bye.
I'm just saying, when they inevitably do that, and I start betting on hockey games, that's the team my money's going on. You know what I'm saying? When the Kraken are playing against Chicago or whoever's like full of a bunch of white people, I know where my money's laying. Hey, Brendan, welcome back. I turned hockey discussion into something racial.
Oh, good.
He said we just need a team full of all black dudes because they'll be like physically superior to all the other teams.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
they'll be like a million. They'll be faster, stronger, generally like genetically better. Yeah, it'll just be a more interesting sport to watch. Either that, or just start cramming all of the existing players full of steroids, like every single one of them. You know what I mean? Just so it's an even playing field again too. And I think that'd be better for sports in general, dude. You can watch your players be the peak performance that they could possibly be. Like, do you want to see your athlete go 23 miles an hour or 25 miles an hour? Just saying, because steroids can be the difference between that little 2 mile an hour. You know what I mean? And the power. Do you want to see him? Do you want the net to stop the puck, or do you want him to shoot through the net with like a molten fury? I want that. And when they hit each other, I want like hip separations and shit like that. Soldiers, like shoulder surgeries, every impact. Guys just flipping upside down, doing cartwheels in midair and losing their fucking memory. They don't even remember that they have children when they go home.
That happens often, but not as much as you want.
Not as much as it should for the sport to be interesting. If we need viewership, right? Isn't that what you guys are always bitching about, NHL? You don't have enough viewership in the market? Getting beat by baseball? Fucking losers getting beat by baseball. Who watches baseball?
that's
Oh, you know what?
apparently more people than hockey.
I've got 9.5 hours to watch morbidly overweight athletes stand around in a field. Fuck off.
You're not wrong.
Baseball's a joke of a sport. It's fucking the only
Your
sport in
greatest
the world you can
player
make
of
like a
all time.
six-figure
Charlie
fucking
Watt.
six-figure athletic contract to run for 50 meters between fucking bases and then stop to catch your breath for 20 minutes. Fucking just Jesus Christ. I hit the ball real hard. All right, why don't you go chew some more tobacco, you fucking loser. Jesus Christ. Fucking baseball. When we get into the argument of like overpaid athletes, baseball is the most overpaid sport in existence.
It is.
It's so ridiculous. You don't even have to be athletic to be an athlete in baseball. You literally just have to show up.
When I was working for the Pirates, one of our minor league guys, he was a seventh round draft pick.
You worked for the Pirates? That's cool.
19-year-old kid, 7th round draft pick. What do you think he got paid?
Oh my god, I can't even imagine. 7th round?
$300,000.
Like not like his salary, but like his signing bonus.
Oh, geez, I have no idea. Fuck, I don't know, like 100,000?
No,
Is it more? It better not be more.
5.
it was $2 million.
I'm gonna puke. Did he at least have abs?
Christ.
Yeah, I mean, no, he was in shape. Like
Alright,
he was
that's fair.
definitely like. I mean, he was athletic.
If you have abs, you deserve money. That's just like
Is he in the show?
unless
Is
you
he in
got
the
those
show
skinny
right now?
abs. If you got those skinny abs, you can fuck off too. That's cheating.
I have no idea where he is now.
What's his name? Put him on right in the Discord if you don't want to say it.
Yeah.
Hopefully on heroin,
hold on,
living under
here.
a bridge.
I think this is how you spell his name. I'm not 100% sure.
Wabadowski. Dan Wabadowski.
No, he's probably not a white Jewish guy.
Shut up, man. He could be. You don't know.
No, he's not. He was English. It was like American. I mean, he spoke English. He wasn't like from the Dominican Republic like 90% of our players were.
That's a downside of having a bunch of Jewish people move into your neighborhood. The
Oh,
property value goes up.
It's spelled A-E instead of E-Y, but I found him.
Property value goes up, but your sports team victory goes down.
Yeah, I don't know. He was only with us for I think 1 year, and then I never saw him again, and I never keep up with the
Wait, so
guys
they
after they
paid
leave
him
us because I
fucking-
don't really care.
They paid him $2 million to sign for a year to play with that team, and then he just
No,
left.
no. He's still within the with the Pirates organization, but he wasn't with my team anymore.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So they
Yeah,
gave-
no, that was he
Millions
was
of
with
dollars.
us.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I almost had a fucking aneurysm there. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was. I don't know what the term of his contract was, but he was. Yeah, because we were just one of the minor league teams in their farm system.
Right. That's
But,
crazy, though,
yeah.
man. Jesus Christ. The money that's involved with sports, though, like that's a minor league, and they get paid that much. Jesus.
Yeah,
fuck.
well, what's funny is because there's
You were with the West Virginia Power?
no. That's one of our other teams. I guess that's who he's with now.
What was yours? The Black Bears?
No. It was the Bristol Pirates, who probably don't even show up on their thing anymore because minor league's
I
been
see
cutting
it.
out a lot of teams. Yeah.
I see it. I'm reading his history of like where he moved and stuff. And the last thing was the Bradenton Marauders released him in 2018. So he hasn't played since 2018.
Oh, so he actually got released. Wow.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so
He got
$2 million for that means he doesn't play for them anymore.
So
He doesn't play for anybody.
contract, like he can be bought by another team for fucking millions of stupid dollars.
He could be, or he could just not be. He could just be done. Like he just quit, or
Well, you made millions.
got kicked out or
literally.
whatever.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure what I would do in that situation is like I would sign the contract for the $2 million and then instantly do everything in my power to pull my ACL. Yeah.
Get hurt.
Yeah, like instantly, but like trying to like jump in front of bats that people are breaking and shit. You know what I mean? When they throw them, like diving in the way, missing the ball and catching bats instead. I'm like, fuck, that one didn't hurt. That just fucking gave me.
I'm trying to remember what position he played. I want to say
Every
he was
time
like a
there's just
second
like a
baseman
pop
or
by you,
something.
you just dive.
Yeah, literally, it's
Like
like
mine.
it's coming up. Like, got it, I got it. And you're like ready for it. I just move the gloves. Just like accept my fate. Clonk.
Remember that clip I sent you, or
Oh my
that game we
God.
were watching where Buddy fucking missed it and he took him right in the fucking forehead.
So fucking bad. Like he forgot the ball was coming or something. You know what I mean? And he's like, "Wait, where is it?" Move the glove
Who
for a
was the
second.
guy
Like,
that-
He like
clonk.
holds his glove up. He's like, oh, I got it, and the ball's just like bunk.
Who
Right
was the guy
past
a
the
couple
glove.
years ago? This was in like actual MLB. It hit him in the head and then bounced.
Yeah, this was
over
MLB.
The wall. No,
Oh,
it
yeah.
bounced over the wall and it was a home run.
It
Oh, that's
counted as a
awesome.
home run.
That's awesome. Kieran hit me in the face with a wiffle ball the one time.
Yeah, by accident.
That felt good.
Oh wait,
that
was
good,
that
man.
no? That was the. It wasn't the wiffle ball. That was the other one.
Oh yeah, that's right. It
So,
was
like,
the other
The
one.
fucking
The actual.
the harder
ball.
one.
Yeah. Caught me right in the eye. Because I'm good
It
at
was like
sports.
a.
I played softball for a couple of years. I wanted to play again this summer, but Rona. But
Thanks,
there's
COVID.
Our team was the worst, except there was one team worse than us. We won 3
Only
games
one.
that year. All 3 were against that team. But
That's
this
so
fucking
funny.
lady, they had like this older lady on their team, and she's just standing there waiting for this ball to come down, and it just drills her in the face. And I was the one that hit it.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm like slowly like going like, oh, like I catch
Oh,
it,
that's
and then
good.
it hits her in the face and drops, and everybody's like, oh my god, and like, stop.
Like, I've got a chance.
Balls live, chumps. Balls live.
Balls live.
Balls live, chumps.
Balls live. Keep your hands.
Good line.
I was like, I don't give a fuck if
Jesus
it hit this lady in the face. I'm gonna keep running the face.
Fuck that lady. I'm
Balls
getting
live.
the fucking...
Right.
Home inside the park home run.
It still counts. It still counts. Damn it.
It wasn't even inside the park. It was inside the infield home run.
Balls live,
Oh
chumps.
my God.
Balls live.
She was like 2 feet from the pitcher when she got hit in the face.
Well, don't be there. God damn it. I don't know.
She shouldn't have done that.
This is somehow your fault. I know it is.
He shouldn't have done that.
She's just a fan. Between like I think baseball injuries, and you guys ever watch those? I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but it's like these motorcycle races that they do on rural roads in Italy and shit.
Oh, the Isle of Man.
Yes, the Isle of
Yeah.
Man races and all the humans
shit's
like just
fucked.
pile along the side. That's my favorite when they wipe out and they take out. Oh my
Oh,
god.
they just take out a bunch of people.
Dude, they take like 60 fucking idiots with them. You know what I mean? It's the perfect thing too, because like if there's people that you need to get rid of, right? It's people that are dumb enough to stand beside a fucking 200-mile-an-hour racetrack. Adios, amigo. I don't have any fucking
Yeah,
love lost for
I
you.
think people still die of
Bye.
that shit like every year.
Oh yeah, every year hundreds die. I would imagine. That's my guess, completely unsubstantiated by any research or
Oh,
numbers.
my camera died.
But
One
I would
second.
say hundreds every year die. Nice. It picked a good frame to freeze on. It's like you're deep in thought. Oh, no, you're
Yeah.
not. But yeah, no, that thing's insane. It's just like all these people lined up along a dirt road, and there's like these fucking like motorcycles come like flying out, and then yeah, every once in a while the motorcycle just fucking whips out and just eats shit all over all these fucking retards, dude. And you're just like, yeah, I can't feel bad for any of you, man. I hope all of you lost your hip bones. You fucking morons. You just see fucking humans tumbling and like flying out of the crowd and shit. You're like,
you
whoa,
see like an
yeah,
article,
dude.
how terrible! A 7-year-old was killed. Don't bring your child.
Why are you bringing your child to the Isle of Man? You're fucking stupid.
Yeah, why was your kid
It's
there?
in the name.
Yeah.
Isle of
Man.
Man.
And there's
It's not for kids.
Two ends. There's
Or
two
what-
ends in it. You know what I mean? Like when your wife gets clipped by a motorcycle, I don't feel bad. It's not Isle of Woman. It's Isle of Man. She knew she wasn't welcome there when she stepped foot on it.
So I guess still during 2019, one rider died during the 2019 Isle of Man TT.
Only one
Only
rider.
one?
Yeah, and only one rider. No spectators. Because I might be mistaken it for another race, but I know that there is a race that's like
Gillian
that where they
Matheson of
like.
the UK who passed during the opening RST Superbike race during last year's race. 2 riders died.
They died
2
heroes.
riders died. I don't know, but I know that shit kills people like all the time.
we should like you know how when our soldiers die, we bring them down that highway of heroes. We should just stop doing that for soldiers and do it for those idiots. You know what I mean? They,
Oh, yeah, 'cause-
they deserve
yeah,
a
so it's-
procession.
So it's like named like one of the deadliest race. So the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man tourist trophy is perhaps the most dangerous race on Earth with 242 deaths.
Nice.
Fuck.
That's metal.
How many?
242 deaths.
In its 107 years of existence.
That's a lot.
So you're
What's
having more than
averaging,
2 deaths a year.
More than 2 a year.
2.5 a year.
That's
Yeah.
pretty significant.
Yeah.
2.5 a year is pretty good.
Yeah, man, that's a good ratio for sure. Hold on, I'm gonna go get a beer. I'll be back in 1 second. I need to ponder that.
Yeah,
number.
that shit's crazy. Those people are wild.
What time you doing your
Hero song.
yeah? When you doing your birthday stuff there, Brandon?
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably wrap this up pretty soon, Brendan.
I think at 7 is when we're gonna
That's pretty
go.
sick.
I think
That's pretty good. What's up?
7.
You're gonna go bring ding ding ga ding ga ding ding ga ding ga ding
Oh
ding
yeah,
ga
7
ding ga ding
o'clock.
ding.
You guys
Well,
are
that's
taking
pretty
off.
racist. You can't do that, Kieran. That's racist.
What?
I don't know.
Y'all
Crazy Frog's racist?
taking off. It's
Yeah.
everything's fucking racist. Don't you know anything?
You can't even tell people.
As soon
it's
as someone
okay
says
anymore.
it's racist, it
Idiot.
is.
If it can be interpreted as
You
being
can't
racist,
counter
it
that.
is. You fucking dipshit. You eating while the podcast is going, racist.
Yeah.
Fucking eating, you're showing your white supremacy by enjoying your food that other people of ethnicities might not be able to enjoy at the same rate.
Fuck.
You fuck. Just rub it in their faces, why don't you?
You fuck.
You know what
Fucking-
else is racist?
You piece
Brandon's
of human
showing off his
trash.
wealth. His guitars behind him. Racist.
Yeah, racist.
Racist.
Dude. Look at you with your perfectly framed guitars centering your head in the middle. You fucking white supremacist. Jesus Christ.
Music's racist?
Chase is using the camera from a fucking from a VR headset. Fucking white supremacist. Jesus Christ.
What am I doing that's racist, guys?
All 12 pixels of me.
You got a big robot silver cock microphone that only white people could afford to own. Fucking white supremacist. You fucking racist. What do I have? My carpet has no stains on it, except for that one. Except for that one. That's a Sully. That's a Sully. All right, never mind. My point is mute.
that from Semenex? Is that a Semenex stain?
No, it isn't. Also,
Oh, God.
Semen X is vastly disappointing. For like, is the volume of my cum greater? Yes. Is it any more greater than it would have been if I just ate more pork that week? No. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I eat a lot of like pork loin chops in a week, that's a lot of nut.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
it
got
just
nice.
B12 in it, bro.
yeah,
B12.
yeah. I don't know, fucking D12. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Like the rapper.
yeah. That's like the long and short of it. The Semen X is like, does it make your load larger and more viscous? Yes, it does. For sure. Is it like a Pompeii level eruption out of your penis? No, it's not that intimidating. You know what I mean? Like, I thought for sure, like, the first time I came, it was gonna be like, whoa! You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even enjoyable while it was happening. It's like, holy shit, this just keeps going, doesn't it? And, like, it's, like, going everywhere in every direction and shit, like, ruining my shorts. But, it was mostly controlled. It was, like, instead of, like, an eruptious explosion, it was, like a steady river. That's probably the best
It
way to
was
phrase
nice
it.
and calm.
It was pretty calm. It was pretty calm. Pretty calm.
You dribbled out. You
Well,
dribbled out.
dribbling is maybe a bit of an understatement. Like, gushing is probably a better one. Like a geyser. You know what I mean?
Geyser.
Like
A geyser of semen.
Yeah, like
thanks to
like a
Semen X.
geyser of cum. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, not one of those explosive, like, Yellowstone geysers that goes off every 35 minutes, but like a continuous geyser that, like, eventually you're just like, all right, anytime this could stop, I'd be okay with it. But yeah, so yeah, TLDR, Semen X does give you more load. It's just not as much load as you might hope for. So you take that as you will.
You can
I also
reach
haven't
this
tried.
level of
Heard it
load
here.
I haven't
every
tried.
time.
I haven't tried snorting it yet either. So I'm gonna try that, and I'm gonna see if that gets any better.
Dude, just like
Just
crush
kidding.
it up and put it in your
Just
mouth.
kidding. I'm never gonna do that. But I did. I saw this other product in my ventures called Blue Chew. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one.
No.
Nice. So it's a chewable. It's a chewable pill that makes you have more erection for more longer. So I feel like if I combine the Blue Chew with the
So it's a
Semen X,
chewable Viagra.
yeah, essentially just chewable Viagra. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But I feel like if I combine the Blue Chew with the Semen X, I'll be a fucking, like, a Tyrannosaurus Rex of ejaculate. You know what I mean?
Tyrannosaurus.
Just ferocious. Dude.
I like-
You know what I mean? Like when
I
you
like
see my dick coming.
Tyrannosaurus.
Hey, that's a double entendre. Like when you see my dick coming, you run to the hills.
The newest Iron Maiden hit.
Yeah. It's
Oh my God.
yeah, but yeah. So I don't know. I might order that. It's a good. There's also Blue Chew is also a sponsor on this one other podcast that I watched. So I could use their discount code, or Blue Chew could hit us up, give us a discount code. That'd be the shit right there.
World's Worst Podcast, sponsored by Blue Chew.
Yeah, I'll give up anything.
We all have erections.
I got a fleshlight already. I can personally attest to that, so that's no problem. We can take that as a sponsor. Semen X could be a sponsor. Taking that vigorously. This Blue Chew, I'll put that in my body. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking put anything in my body that makes my dick do cool things, dude. That's fucking.
Apparently.
That's awesome.
What if it- Does falling off count as a cool thing?
If I could put it back on.
Eat that gluten.
Yeah, it just launches off.
Make your dick
If
fly off.
there was a product I could take that my penis would fall off, but there was some other product that I could take that would reverse the effects if I hold my penis there, you know what I mean, and it somehow reattaches.
Super glue.
Stem cells, like we need crushed up. I need crushed up fetuses. Like you super glue it into place to hold it there, and then you patch the wound up like a spackle
Just dip it in
with
some
stem cells.
placenta.
Yes, just dip it in stem cells and hold it there and bandage it up for a while. It'll
I
grow.
need like a
Just
baby
dip it in
pool.
afterbirth.
It'll reconnect.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Just got to sit in a baby pool of placenta for 6 weeks.
A big vat of it, just
God, that seems like it'd be very expensive. If Alex Jones is to be believed, it's not cheap to get a live baby. Not in the slightest. Because the trick is what you want to do is you get the baby and you drink the adrenochrome. You know what I mean? And it makes you youthful and powerful. That's what Hillary does. Yeah.
Hillary who?
That's what Hey, can you prove that she doesn't? Didn't think so. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah. Her and Bill.
On that note,
I was saying,
I'm
Trump's sister
going
drinking
to
Diet
do
Coke.
this.
Hillary drinks fucking baby fluids.
to you guys earlier. I was watching those the Joe Rogan, Alex Jones podcast, like rewatching them and shit. And yeah, like how the one was like being suppressed by YouTube. You know what I mean? Like you can't
It's
search
shadow
it
banned
directly.
100%.
They like shadow banned it. So like if you look up
Yeah.
Alex Jones on Joe Rogan, Chase, it'll show you like the Alex Jones Returns episode, but it won't show you the original episode. You have to specifically look for Joe Rogan 9/11 to get that episode because YouTube like shadow banned it. Yeah, it's really weird. But in
Even the
that
top
one,
comments.
we were watching, I was watching or whatever, and he's like talking about all this crazy things or whatever, and then he starts talking about goddamn Jeffrey Epstein and all that shit, like years before it was happening. You know what I mean? He's like, you'll
This is
see,
3 years
there's
ago.
about to be a bunch of stuff's gonna be coming to light real soon. And you're gonna all see a bunch of things about this Epstein fella. All of you are gonna understand what's going on with this guy. He's got all of them. He's got Clinton on the board. He's got Obama. He's got all these people. And they're all like, you're crazy, Alex Jones. What are you talking about? Turns out he was right, god damn it. Holy Jesus Christ. Epstein was a creepy child molesting rapist motherfucker, and he had a bunch of people on his plane who might have also had sex with children.
Yeah, broken clocks right twice a day.
That's the trick. That's the trick. That's exactly it.
You spew enough bullshit, some of it's bound to be true,
Listen,
right?
all right? You can't deny some of the unenviable facts. All of these things are too correlated for you to deny them. It's not my fault that you're fucking retarded and you can't put things together. That is on you. All right? The evidence is in front of you, people. If you can't put these things together, that's your fault. All this is very easy, very simple. All of it makes sense. But he was right about Epstein. You can't take that away from him. And the fluoride was turning the frogs gay. He was right about that, too. Listen to Alex Jones.
All right, on that note, though, I think we gotta head out though.
Is it time?
Getting to the,
I
yeah.
think so.
All right, you pussies. That sounds good to me. It is
Yeah, we a bunch
about
of
7. So yeah, let's
me some
we'll
food.
just do like quick bookkeeping at the end. If you didn't catch anything you might have missed, it'll be on the YouTube channel, youtube.com, and just search World's Worst Podcast. You'll find the channel with all the episodes on there. Hit it up, subscribe, watch the videos, do the things. Also